do you suffer with mental health problems? Now, that could range from anxiety, depression, anything, from any scale. From when people look at you and think, oh, there isn't anything wrong, but on the inside, you feel horrible. Is that you? Is that the reason why you clicked on this video? Whether it be something small, whether it be something big, we've all dealt with mental health problems this year. Now, I'm guaranteeing you, every single person has dealt with it in some sort of way. And if you think you haven't, then chances are you don't properly understand it. Now, I'm not trying to say that, oh, you have a label. I'm not trying to label what's wrong with you. I'm not trying to say there is anything wrong with you, because nothing is wrong with you. This is the point that I'm trying to make, is to people who feel like they can't talk to anyone about what they're going through, or feel like nobody else is going through what they're going through. I can guarantee you there's 7 billion plus people on this planet, and I guarantee you there's a lot more people than you think that have been through exactly what you have. It's just the fact that because we don't speak about everything in general, especially men. I'm not trying to stigmatise between genders or anything like that. I'm just on about in general, a lot more men don't talk about the problems. But it can go for women as well. It can go for any person on this planet. A lot of people just think they can't talk about what's going on. Now today, I thought I'd talk about how I've dealt with mental health problems. And I'm going to talk about how, on a day-to-day basis, I make my life better. And this is the way I actually improve my mental health, to be able to conquer all sorts of challenges every day, and to be able to just get through the day with a smile on my face, loving life and being thankful for every single moment. Now, let me be honest though, when a couple years ago this wasn't the case, I'd probably say about 2 years ago, there was a financial issue in the business that I work for. So I work with my dad for an online marketing company, and there was some issue there. And even before that, I'd always dealt with some sort of worry, and I'd always be worrying about something that'd be happening, when in reality nothing was happening. Like, to be honest, more things have happened this year and the year before, and I just don't, my reaction to everything, my mood is completely better than when everything was going right. So I'm about to talk to you about how to get in this mindset. And I'm not trying to say that every single moment of every single day I am enlightened, but in the majority of time, I can deal with everything a lot easier, and I can not suppress emotions anymore. I can just let them go. Now that's what I'm going to talk about firstly, and I just don't want to let anyone down with this. So I'm going to be going through this I'm just going to be going through this as much as I can, in the best way that I can. And let me be clear, everything that I'm going to say in this video might not help completely in a day. So you might do this, you might do all these techniques in a day, and it might not completely make you better, because for me it didn't. I'm not trying to claim that I just did these 3 things and the next day I just felt fine. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to say, to be honest, not even 3 things. I want to go through 5 things, because I think this is an important topic, and a lot of people have to know about how I came through everything, what was going on through my head, and how it is different and how I did it. Now, these 5 ways I do it, I'm not going to claim that every single moment. I mean, like, every day I feel amazingly better than I used to. However, it just didn't cure me in a day. Like, this is the way I can describe it is like, you know, if you go to the gym and you start doing bicep curls, you're not gonna have massive biceps in like 2 days or a day, are you? You know what I mean? You're gonna see a bit of an improvement, and you just gotta keep on going. You gotta keep on refining away, and before you know it, you'll realise, oh, I'm out, I've done it, and you'll look back and be so thankful. And this is what we're going to get into today. Now, I know this has been a bit of a long intro, and you're probably like, just get the techniques already, I want to feel better. So I will. But you have to promise to me that you'll try and do at least one of these things, but try and do as many of these things every single day, every moment. Try and do these things. Just put your effort into it before you go to the doctors. Because I personally, right, let me tell you about my story. Personally, I felt just worried all the time. I'd just be worried about nothing. I'd just be like, what's going on? I just don't feel right. I'd feel down. I'd just feel horrible. I just wouldn't feel myself. I'd go out every day. I just wouldn't. Every time I go to work, I just have really negative thoughts. I'd really enjoy my job. There was nothing really clearly wrong. I didn't have a girlfriend at the time. That's maybe one of the things, and I just didn't exercise as much. So just a couple of things, and I just didn't enjoy life. I don't know, to be honest, I just didn't. Like, I just felt I tried as many things that I could to enjoy. The bits that I enjoyed, like I'd go out on the weekends with my mates and stuff, and I'd enjoy that. But in reality, I was dealing with just anxiety every single day, and I just didn't know why. Like, I couldn't put my finger on it, and it drove me insane. Not properly insane, but drove me just crazy, just trying to figure out what it was. I'd be like, okay, so this is what's wrong with this, what's wrong with that. And think about my mindset this time. So my mindset's going, what's wrong? And let me tell you about the difference between me now. I go, oh, this is right. Yeah, I'm glad about this. Thank you. This is my own internal conversation most of the day. I'm like, oh, I'm thankful for this. I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for myself. I'm thankful for the breath. I'm thankful for my limbs. I'm thankful for, because most people don't, well, not most people, but a lot of people don't have limbs. A lot of people don't have noses. A lot of people can't breathe. A lot of people are not even living these moments. You know what I mean? This is what I'm thankful for now. Before, I'm like, there's something wrong with me. This is something. What's wrong? And you can see the difference between the two. It just goes to your mindset, and this is what I'm trying to talk about today. So before you go to a doctor's, let me just talk about my own experience with the doctors, because I talked to my mum about it, and my mum was like, go to doctors. I was like, sound. I didn't want to go, because I knew I didn't want to go on medication or anything like that, because I know personally, I mean, I'm not going to try and, this is the thing, I'm not trying to judge you in any way, shape or form if you are on medication, because simply, like, if you're dealing with problems that might be really, really hard and you don't know how to deal with them, then that's going to be something that will make you feel better, and great, you know what I mean, great. But, like, this is for the people who want to be able to get better and not be reliant on some sort of pill all the time, because that was what was in my head. I was like, I need to figure out a way to feel better without using medication. And that was the first thing I said to this doctor when I came. So it came like a GP extra appointment, if you know about them in the UK. Came, I was like, right, I just feel a bit anxious. And I also went about eczema on my skin. And you can't really see it anymore, it's cleared up. But I also went about that just to try and cover the fact that the main reason I wasn't going was for anxiety. that was literally, yeah. So I just slipped this in. And nothing against the doctor. I just don't think what she said to me really helped me. So basically, she asked me, like, okay, so how are you feeling? And I'm like, I won't be able to describe it properly. I just feel worried all the time. I just don't feel myself. I just feel a bit down. And she was like, okay, I'm gonna ask you these questions. And I was like, all right, confused. And I did say, like, I don't want any medication. I just want to figure out if there's any way I can actually deal with this properly. And she goes, okay, let me ask you some questions. And she asked me random questions like, do you drink water? Do you exercise? And I was like, not as much as I was supposed to for exercise. I drink over 2 litres of water a day, so I basically drink a lot of water and everything like that. Yeah, and she just asked me different questions, and she's like, do you have a girlfriend? Do you have a boyfriend? And I was like, no. At the time, I don't have a girlfriend now. But I was like, no. Like, they're confused. I was just like, what are these questions? And then she basically judged it from these couple questions and just went, okay, yeah, you're not that bad. Just go. I'm like, what? You know what I mean? She was like, just go on, what's it called? Go on this website and just, you'll be able to. She didn't even tell me anything to do, you know what I mean? Nothing to do with it. And I've had my friends who've went to actual different doctors in the past, and they said, yeah, this person told me how I can deal with things better, like meditation. One really big aspect they didn't leave out. So yeah, she just told me, and she just didn't really help at all. And then I was like, okay, so it's either medication or no help at all. I went on that website and it's just like exercise. So obviously, one of the things I want to go into today, the first one is exercise. Now, exercise every day. And I'm like, just even if it's a tiny bit of something. Like this week, I've been really busy with doing different aspects of life and just trying to get everything sorted. And to be honest, I skipped out a lot of exercise that you usually do. I was waking up late. I was just, everything. I was just weren't in the right frame of mind properly. However, still every day I'm still like, I still feel a lot better than I used to. Because I'm just a lot grateful for how I am, and I have a lot more self-love for myself. But yeah, exercise today. I woke up, did yoga, which is one of the biggest things that's properly changed my mindset. Is yoga. And I don't just stretch twice or anything like that. I do like a lot of stretching and then like physical body lift weight and stuff at the same time, just to actually help my muscles and help myself grow as well. Then I did some weights, and then I went for a 14k bike ride. Now, just getting your body moving, like cardio is one thing that I missed out a lot this week. Cardio, biggest aspect of dealing with mental health. Even if it's going for a walk, you're sitting down on your bed, don't expect to completely feel better because of the fact you're not moving your body. You're just going to be overthinking because your brain's just like, oh, something's going wrong. That was one of the things going wrong for me. Just didn't do enough cardio. So doing more cardio, and even if it's just going for a walk or just running, when you get back, you'll feel a lot better, and that'll instantly make you feel better. Dopamine, serotonin rush. Even if you have some sort of chemical imbalance, you'll get more dopamine, serotonin than ever before. So make sure you do that. Yoga actually helps align your hormones. So it helps you align your hormones from the top of your head to your spine, to the bottom of your spine. And it helps your hormones travel across your body a lot more frequently. Not frequently, just a lot more fluently. And also because of the fact you're moving your body around. I can't explain how great it is. You just got to do it. So I'll leave a link to one of the free yoga challenges that I'm doing. So just do that challenge. I'll be doing it as well. So if I'm on the Zoom call with you, I'll see you. So just do something like that. It helps. The main problem with mental health is that it's hormones. It's different hormones. Now this helps your hormones go from your feelings, go from your head, being trapped in your head, to down through your body. Helps your testosterone. Helps everything. Trust me. So that first one, exercise. Second one, meditation. And I usually do meditation after yoga. It helps you just not be able to focus on your thoughts as much. But anyway, even when you're doing meditation, you look at your thoughts. Don't just react to your thoughts. Don't be going, oh, I'm thinking, because a lot of people just think like when doing meditation that you're meant to not think at all. And in reality, we live in a very, very busy life. Most of us live in a very, very busy life. Every time you look at your phone, every time you scroll through social media, you see some sort of new news feed. So you see that, you're like, oh, what's this? You're like, oh, no, new information. Facebook, not the new information. And every time you look at something, it goes into your brain. Every time. So, and in reality, for me especially, I have to use social media and stuff like that because it's part of my job. Like, you know what I mean? I try and relegate what I use on social media, but in reality, you're going to be hit with information. You're going to be hit. Especially with this coronavirus lockdown shit. I go downstairs, people are talking about coronavirus, this new lockdown, new this, and I'm like, oh, what? Back upstairs. And it's no offense. I just don't. We'll get into that point later. I just don't want to be able to deal with that thought process. If you're in a cave in the Himalayas somewhere, then obviously if you just stay meditating for a couple of hours, then you're going to get to a blissful state where you're not thinking. But even if it's just 10 minutes a day, I can't guarantee that it's going to be an improver. Not your first day. Give it 3 months and your mindset will be completely different. What helped me personally with meditation is that you'll be able to observe the thoughts that you're actually looking at. So you're not looking at anything, you're literally just observing the thoughts. You'll see the thoughts that will pop up and then you'll be like, oh, this is what my brain's actually thinking. Because half of your brain you don't even use properly. Even more than half. Your subconscious brain is more prominent and used fully in your actual conscious brain. So you'll realise the thoughts that are going inside your subconscious, and these might be like, oh, I'm not good enough, or I'm not this, and then you'll be able to replace them with, I am good enough, I love myself, I am this, I am that, and this makes it instantly feel better. Like, I can't explain how much it made me feel better. Like, I just was more grateful. I just managing to deal with my thoughts on a day-to-day basis. I wouldn't be overthinking. I wouldn't be as anxious as much anymore. And this was just from a couple of minutes meditating every day. Like, it's so valuable. Yeah, there's a link to one of my meditations down below, which is to do with self-love. Listen to more guided meditations about self-love and everything for an excel process, just excel in progression. Then guided meditation will really help. This guided meditation that I did is specifically designed to reaffirm in your subconscious brain that you love yourself and you love life. So if you're feeling down, just go in the link below and you can look at it. Why it helps me, and also other people like Aaron Doherty, that person really helped me. Master Sri Akashna really helped me. These people probably changed the way I look at life completely, and hands down to him. I know Master Sri Akashna, and I always tell him, like, thank you. I'm just like, thank you, because it really has benefited my life and just changed my mindset towards anything. And if you look at all the successful entrepreneurs out there right now, they mostly talk about mindset and they don't really talk about the work that you do and everything. So meditation, just do it. Like, if you've been putting it off, just keep trying it. Try it for 90 days. Try it for 90 days and then see results from it. You don't have to try it for 90 days just every day, and then sometimes you can skip days and everything like that. And I'm going to tell you how to skip days. I wouldn't recommend it, but if you wanted to, breath work, constant breath work. Now, if you catch yourself thinking like, oh no, what's going on in my life now? Oh no, this is happening. Oh no, this is happening. New coronavirus things. People are dying. Then you realise your brain's in fear mode. Your brain's in survival mode. Your brain's freaking out, going like, calm down. Like, calm down. Like, this is completely just calm yourself, man. And the way to do that is constant breath work. It's one of the things that I do. I use something called box breathing. Now, all you gotta do, breathe in for 4 seconds and then hold the breath for 4 seconds. Then breathe out for 4 seconds. And hold the breath for 4 seconds. And as you do, concentrate on the breath. Just concentrate on your breathing instead of thinking. Just concentrate on the sound of your breath. So, or the sound of my breath if you really want me to. So listen to the sound of my breath now. Now, you'll notice, as I did that, you count in your head, because I count in my head. And when you're counting in your head, are you thinking about anything else? In that moment, are you thinking about what's going on, what you're having for dinner, what you're having for this, what coronavirus? No, in that moment you're not. So if you find yourself thinking, don't be going, oh, I'm thinking about that again. Just be like, oh, okay, no worries. I do it as well, don't worry. I think about it and I'm like, oh, just calm down. Remember, calm down. That's it. Like, just learn different breathwork practices, and even when you're in meditation, mostly just focus on your breath. Just focus on your breath and see the thoughts that pop into your head, and then deal with how to actually make them better. This brings me on to my 4th point: how to make them better. Gratitude, constant gratitude. Now, I can't get over how important constant gratitude is, man. Gratitude really helps, honestly, man. It's just probably one of the best things ever. Let's take a sip of green tea, because I took a sip of green tea and I was like, I'm thankful for this green tea subconsciously. that's how great it is, and it just makes you feel better. So a lot of people are like, well, I don't have to do gratitude. Right, think about, if you're not thinking about gratitude, then what you're thinking about? Bad thoughts, bad this, bad that. Exactly. think about gratitude. Think about what you're grateful for. And if you're thinking like, I don't know what I'm grateful for, your breath. Some people ain't even breathing though. Let me put that into perspective. Some people are not even breathing. Some people are dead, man. Some people don't have the opportunity to be living in this physical world. Some people don't have the opportunity to walk because they've lost limbs. You be grateful for your legs and just think, I am grateful for my legs. And then to add on to this, be like, why am I grateful for my legs? And then in your subconscious brain, then you can tell yourself why you are. So I'm grateful for my legs because I get to walk everywhere. I get to move about freely. Get to move about on my own. I get to go on runs. I get to go cycling. I get to do everything. My arms. Why am I grateful for my arms? Okay, because I can write. I can pick up things. I can move things. I can use them to my own advantage. I can type on computers. I can make money from them. I can do everything. You know what I mean? I'm grateful for my heart because it pumps blood around my body. And I can live. And this is the task that I'd like you to do. Now, I'm going to be doing something called a Raise Your Vibration Challenge on October 1st. Mainly just on my Instagram. And it'll just be quick little challenges you can do every day for 21 days. 21 days is the amount of time it takes as well to actually reaffirm everything into your subconscious mind. So that's why I'm doing it for 21 days. To make sure you get a better mindset and build it as a habit. Whew. Yeah, so the reason why I think about gratitude, just write down 10 things you're grateful about every day, or think about 10 things you're grateful for every day. Now, I talked about this in my podcast with Seb Williams. You can go check that down below. And we talk about, we were talking about making money, and this led on to mindset. And now this is why he was saying mindset is so important, and being grateful for everything is so important, because really being rich and wealthy comes down to 80% of your mindset, 20% of how to actually manage money and everything like that, and 20% of how to actually make money. Reason why is because you won't be able to manage money as much without the actual use of gratitude. You won't. Like, you'll just be like, oh, I don't know, I'm not feeling good and whole and complete about myself, so I'm just going to splurge on a night out, a car, or whatever, and not thinking properly. You're not thinking about how to invest it into yourself properly. You'd just be wasting your money to try and make yourself feel better. Wow. That's literally the case, like, completely just is the case. And being grateful is it just makes you feel so much better. I'll put up a picture right here, and this is the vibrational frequency chart. Now, vibrations is literally just the amount that your cells are vibrating. So if your cells ain't vibrating that much and divide, so go back to science, all your cells divide. So if your cells ain't dividing in enough of a slow amount of time, then you're likely in a bad mood. You're in stress, you're in anxiety, you're in a bad mood, you're in anger. However, you know what I mean? And this is considered a low mood. If you're sad, upset, low mood. Everyone knows it's a bad mood. You know what I mean? Everyone says bad mood, right? No way to get out of that is to be in a good mood. And now you can actually make yourself in a good mood more than any external measures can make yourself in a good mood, right? So yeah, obviously external measures really help as well. So going into new places, obviously really beneficial. However, if you're literally just in lockdown or anything like that, then this is the way to make yourself grateful at all times, man. Just be thinking about everything that you're grateful for, life, everything that's good about life, and just keep on doing it. And the more you do it, you'll snowball it into a good habit. Now, I talk about snowballs. So let's say you're thinking bad thoughts. So on this side, you're thinking, I'm whatever, you know what I mean? All of your negative thoughts. Every time you think of a negative thought, you snowball into another negative thought, and another negative thought, and another negative thought, without you even realising. You just go on. I've been there, I know. So you'd be literally, this snowball will be coming, and this snowball will start getting, think of a snowball, right? Think of a picture of a snowball. It'll start getting bigger and bigger. And then this bad snowball, it's full of dirt, full of muck, full of everything bad. Full of everything. It's disgusting. You're like, eee, scary that. You know what I mean? And it'll just be all muddy. Imagine a dead, muddy snowball. Break that snowball. Every time you're in a negative mood, break it. Just kick it down. Like, nah, see you in a bit. And then there's a patch. Imagine like a new, like nice white patch of snow with no dirt in it or anything. And then this is your thankful side. So start thinking about these good thoughts and make a good snowball out of it. So I'm thankful for life. I'm thankful that I can breathe. I love life. I love myself. I love the family. I love this. I love that. I love about life. Make it into a good snowball. And don't break that good snowball. And if you do, don't be like, oh, I broke the good snowball. Because then you're in a bad mood again. So literally just be like, okay, let's just keep on going. Make a good snowball. Imagine like you broke your snowball, right? By accident it broke on you. You wouldn't imagine I'm gonna make a new one. You just take the good bits that are there and then keep on going. You just be like, alright, let's keep on going. Yeah. And that is what it is. It's how to deal with challenges. This takes me on to the fifth point. The fifth point. And the fifth and final point is more to do with coronavirus, lockdown, media, and everything like that. Stay away from the media. You don't need it. You literally don't need it. Like, you know the news application that you have on your phone. So this is what you want you to do now. If you want to feel better, open your settings of your phone. So open your settings and go down to news, right? You're on it, and click on notifications and turn them off. So I have them off already. Turn them off. Delete every single news program you have, because the way news media, and this is no conspiratorial thing or anything. This is not tinfoil hat. It's the truth. The way media makes money and the way media grabs people's attention is through negative media. Negative media grabs people's attention. They're probably raking it in. Most media companies are raking it in this year from the amount of stuff that's happened. Raking it in because people are looking on to go, oh, this has happened. Also, can I tell? Going to trusted sources, going, what's happened? Like, every time you take that information and you go, how bad's the world? How bad's this? How bad's that? Stop thinking like that, man. Just stop it. Like, the world isn't bad. It's just made out to be bad. It could be a lot worse. Like, it could be a lot worse. Like, it's not that bad. Just be grateful for everything you've got. But I mean, 200 years ago, didn't have YouTube, didn't have life, didn't have Netflix. Most of the people have been complaining about lockdown, and they've been sitting in just on Netflix all day. That's class. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people would be like, oh, I hate work, I hate this, whatever. And then they get this lockdown, like, oh, I hate lockdown, I want to go outside, you know what I mean? And then they're like, I get it, I completely get why, obviously. I'm not saying, like, oh, you're mad for thinking that. I'm just saying, like, look at your thought process, man. Probably 2 years ago, you're like, I don't like work, I just want to sit in and watch Netflix all day. The universe just went, okay, here's your manifestation, here you go. And then you're like, oh, I want to go back to work. Like, that's what most people have been doing this year, man. And it's completely true. Like, we need to not just take in what the media are giving to us. We need to not take in the negative stuff. Every time, that's what I mentioned, every time I go downstairs and people talking about coronavirus or anything like that, I'm like, it is, you know what I say, this meme, it is what it is. That's what comes by it. It is what it is. It's not good, it's not bad. It just is what it is. It is what it is. It's a challenge. We've just got to overcome it, become solution focused and get through it. Just come together and get through it. Instead of going, this person's a problem, this person, the government's a problem, pointing fingers. Like, alright, let's just come together. I know the government are not thinking about some really great things about the moment. They're not really coming up with great plans. Well, let's all just come together to try and make society better at this moment in time. That's the way everyone should be at this moment in time. And focus on what they love, focus on the passions, focus on everything that they actually really enjoy about life. Just because everything you put your focus into expands. So if you expand on how bad the world is, then in your perception the world is really bad. If you focus on what's good about the world, in your perception the real world's really good. And it's as simple as that. Don't overcomplicate it. It literally is as simple as that. Like, the more you think about, oh, the world's shit, then you're gonna think the world's shit. Like, the more you think about, this world's great, yeah, which it is, man. A lot of people say, I'll take this from the podcast we did yesterday, the True Soul podcast. A lot of people say, I'll leave it with this. A lot of people say, do you want to try and get heaven on earth? Heaven is earth, man. Heaven is earth. Like, earth is heaven. And if you're thinking, like, why? The amount of places you can go in this world. A lot of places you can go and travel and see just a beautiful place. It's unbelievable. I mean, I'm in the UK. I literally went an hour and a half to the Lake District, and it was one of the most beautiful times in my life. You know what I mean? You don't even need to go out this country. Let alone go out this country. When you go out this country and go to visit a new place, wow, you know, it's madness. The amount of opportunities you get in this world is completely bonkers. And don't let negative perceptions from the media, negative perceptions from Facebook, negative perceptions from anything you're seeing ruin that for you. Because really, you want to have the best time that you can in this life, and the more you focus on negative shit, then the more your mental health is going to suffer. And I've witnessed that personally, and that's everything. That's it all. Jesus Christ, half an hour long video. Oh man. So yeah, that's half an hour's worth of content for you all to try and just help with your mental health. And I'm praying for you all. I'm sending love all your way. I really, really am. Literally anyone, to any entity, I'm wishing you love. I'm grateful that you've come to this video to help yourself, to help become better, because there's nothing wrong with it at all. And I wish you the best of luck in conquering life and everything along those nature. Everything is along that nature. If you're thinking about giving up, don't, man, because in reality, it's probably something small compared to the amount of great things that you can have in this life. So even if things feel like down in the dumps at the moment, just focus on getting yourself better, and I promise you there's going to be something good that will come your way. I promise. I wouldn't promise if there wouldn't be, because the world is full of the yin and yang. You can't just have one without the yin and yang of life. If you had a really, really, really great life, like an amazing life, and you didn't have any of the bad side, any of the actual bad sides of life, like the struggle to get to where you've got, then you wouldn't appreciate it as much. You wouldn't even know what good is, because without good, you have to, you know what I mean, you have to have the bad. With bad, you have to have the good. So I'm saying, if your world's dead bad at the moment, it's going to become good. Right, yeah, that's everything. Subscribe for more content on just everything. My focus is on how to inspire you, to inspire others, and to inspire each other. That's literally my whole goal. I just want everyone in this world to be peaceful and love, and just enjoy the time on this earth while they have it. So yeah, that's my whole goal. That's my whole goal. So yeah, subscribe for more content. I'll see you later. Thank you for watching.